Hi, I'm Steve Adubato. Welcome to the WNET Tisch studio here in the heart of Manhattan, Lincoln Center. I want to introduce Erin Burnett. We know her from CNN. She is on every night on Out Front. But you've had a fascinating career in broadcasting.
She's the calm voice that guides millions through breaking news and global chaos. For years, Erin Burnett has ruled CNN's primetime with intelligence and poise. But beyond the headlines and interviews lies a hidden story, one that has stunned both her fans and her rivals. After all these years on air, the real question isn't what she reports. It's how much she's really worth. The faces behind the headlines. The world of television news looks polished and glamorous from the outside, but behind the cameras lies a world driven by long hours, fierce competition, and relentless pressure. Among the many faces that fill our screens, few have managed to stand the test of time with the same grace and credibility as Erin Burnett. For years, she has been one of CNN's most trusted voices, sharp, composed, and unwaveringly professional. Her presence on Out Front has become a nightly ritual for millions of viewers who look to her for clarity in a world often clouded by noise and confusion. Erin's story, however, is not one of overnight success. Long before she became a familiar name at CNN, she was a young woman fascinated by the world of economics and global affairs. Her transition into media came when she joined Bloomberg Television, where she worked as a producer and financial reporter. Erin's ability to explain difficult concepts in a simple, engaging way quickly caught attention. She wasn't just reading numbers. She was telling stories about how markets shape lives and how global events affect ordinary people. It was this rare mix of intellect and relatability that made her stand out in a field dominated by familiar, often formulaic faces. After proving herself at Bloomberg, Erin moved to CNBC, where she co-anchored Squawk on the Street and hosted Street Signs. These programs, focused on financial markets and economic trends, helped establish her as one of the most insightful voices in business journalism. Her interviews with top CEOs, world leaders, and financial experts showcased not only her command of global economics, but also her ability to connect with viewers on a human level. Her rise was steady and well-earned, the result of consistency, curiosity, and composure. In 2011, CNN came calling. Erin took a bold step by joining the network and launching her own primetime show, Erin Burnett Out Front. The program combined her strengths, deep reporting, clear analysis, and emotional storytelling. Unlike many anchors who chase sensationalism, Erin's focus remained on substance. Whether she was discussing a political crisis, covering breaking economic news, or interviewing a global leader, her approach was marked by calm authority. Viewers trusted her not because she was the loudest, but because she was the most balanced. Erin's work ethic is legendary among her colleagues. She prepares extensively before every broadcast, researching every detail and asking the tough questions that others might avoid. Behind her composed on-air presence lies a deep passion for accuracy and truth. This dedication is one reason she has maintained her position at the top of CNN's lineup for over a decade. Her professionalism has also paid off financially. Today, Erin Burnett earns around $6 million a year, placing her among CNN's highest-paid anchors. Her estimated net worth of $16 million is the result of years of discipline and hard work, rather than sudden fame. But what truly sets her apart is that she has achieved this success without losing credibility. In a time when news is often mixed with opinion and entertainment, Erin remains grounded, factual, and focused. In the ever-changing world of television, where faces rise and fade quickly, Erin Burnett has managed to stay steady. Her success is not just a reflection of her talent, but of her resilience. As the media landscape shifts toward digital platforms and new voices emerge, Erin remains the calm in the storm. the voice millions still trust when the world feels uncertain. Beyond her calm presence lies a world where anchors earn tens of millions and live like Hollywood royalty. The real question is, who are these giants ruling the airwaves with unimaginable wealth? The million-dollar voices. At the very top of the television world stand a handful of names whose influence reaches far beyond the camera. They are not just reporters or entertainers. They are living brands, each commanding audiences of millions and earning sums that seem almost unreal. Their voices shape public opinion, their interviews move markets, and their salaries prove that the news business can be as profitable as Hollywood itself. One of the most powerful figures in this world is Sean Hannity. With a yearly income of $40 million and a net worth of $250 million, Hannity is more than just a television host. His two shows, The Sean Hannity Show and Hannity on Fox News, have built him into one of the most influential conservative voices in America. Millions tune in not only for his opinions, but for the energy and authority he brings to every broadcast. His wealth reflects decades of consistency, charisma, and the loyalty of viewers who see him as a truth-teller in a divided world. Then there is Steve Harvey, whose journey is one of pure inspiration. Once homeless and living out of his car, he fought through rejection and hardship to become one of television's most successful and loved personalities. Today, he earns $40 million each year from hosting Family Feud, The Steve Harvey Morning Show, and writing best-selling books. His story proves that determination can rewrite destiny, turning poverty into prosperity. Harvey's humor, wisdom, and charm have made him a global icon of both laughter and resilience. Megyn Kelly's story is different, but just as fascinating. She began her career as a lawyer before finding her calling in journalism. At Fox News, she became known for her sharp questioning and fearless personality. Her move to NBC came with a groundbreaking contract worth $69 million over 3 years, making her one of the highest-paid women in television. But success came with controversy. After a few turbulent years, her contract ended early, yet her name remains one of the most recognized in American media. Michael Strahan, the former football hero, made one of the most successful career shifts in modern television. After dominating the NFL, he stepped into the studio lights of Good Morning America, earning $17 million a year. His charisma, warmth, and natural humor have made him one of TV's most versatile stars. These are the voices that rule the screens and shape opinions. But what about those who had to start from nothing, fighting every step of the way to find their place among giants? Let's uncover the anchors who turned rejection into remarkable success. The anchors who rose from shadows. Many of today's most celebrated anchors did not start from power or privilege. They built their careers from scratch, facing rejection, long nights, and sometimes personal pain. These are the people who rose from the shadows, turning failure into strength and doubt into destiny. Robin Roberts stands as one of the most inspiring examples. She began her career in the 1980s as a sports reporter, covering small stories that few noticed. Her talent and dedication soon caught the eye of ESPN, and later, Good Morning America became her home. Over time, she became not just an anchor, but a symbol of courage. Robin faced serious health challenges, including a battle with cancer. Yet she continued to work with a smile that inspired millions. Her current salary of $18 million is not just payment for her presence on television, but for decades of resilience and strength that made her one of America's most beloved broadcasters. Kelly Ripa's journey also began far from the anchor desk. She first appeared as an actress on All My Children, charming audiences with her natural wit and energy. But it was her move to daytime television that truly changed her life. As the host of Live with Kelly and Ryan, she became a household name. Earning $22 million a year, Kelly combines humor, warmth, and authenticity in a way that makes viewers feel like they are chatting with an old friend. Her story shows that charisma and consistency can turn an actress into a media empire. Amy Robach's path, however, was not smooth. When her groundbreaking report on Jeffrey Epstein was shut down by her network, she faced frustration and backlash. But she refused to give up. Her persistence paid off when she earned a strong position at Good Morning America, winning back the respect of both her peers and the public. David Gregory's reputation was built on intensity and courage. As the host of Meet the Press, he was known for questioning the powerful without hesitation. Even after being replaced, he continued his work as a CNN analyst, earning $4 million a year and proving that integrity still holds value in modern journalism. Paula Faris chose a different road. After earning more than $500,000 a year at ABC, she left mainstream television to focus on her faith and her podcast, Journeys of Faith. Her decision showed that success is not always measured by money, but by meaning. These are the voices that refuse to fade, the anchors who rose from darkness to shine. Yet beyond them are those who went further, turning fame into fortune, and the newsroom into their own empire. From the newsroom to the boardroom. In the fast-moving world of television, some anchors have learned how to turn their time on camera into empires of influence. Maria Bartiromo is one of the best examples of this transformation. Known as the Money Honey, she made history by becoming the first journalist to report live from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Her deep understanding of markets and her confident delivery made her a trusted name in financial journalism. Today, as one of Fox's leading voices, she earns $10 million each year. Yet her real success lies in how she blended expertise with personality, turning complex economics into engaging television. Maria built a brand that made finance exciting, and in doing so, she became one of the most respected and richest journalists in America. Drew Carey's story shows how reinvention can create new fortunes. Once known as a stand-up comedian, he took a leap into hosting The Price is Right and found his true calling. Today, he earns around $12.5 million annually, combining television success with smart investments, including ownership stakes in Major League Soccer. Drew's humor and humility keep him grounded, but his business instincts have made him one of television's wealthiest and most admired personalities. Katie Couric's name is written in the history of television. She became the first woman to anchor CBS Evening News alone, breaking a long-standing barrier in journalism. Her intelligence and warmth connected with millions of viewers, helping her earn $15 million a year at the height of her career. But Katie did not stop there. She expanded her influence into digital media, joining Yahoo as a global anchor, and later launching her own media company. She represents a new kind of power in broadcasting, the power to create rather than just report. Howie Long is another name that stands tall, both in sports and media. The former NFL star turned broadcaster earns about $4 million a year. He combined his athletic fame with acting roles and brand partnerships with giants like Nike and Coca-Cola. His career shows how versatility can create lasting wealth. But in television, the higher you rise, the greater the fall can be. Behind the glitz and fame, some careers were shattered overnight by scandal and controversy. The scandals and the comebacks. Bill O'Reilly was once untouchable. As the host of The O'Reilly Factor, he dominated primetime television for nearly 2 decades, becoming one of the most recognized and influential figures in media. His mix of sharp commentary and confident delivery drew millions of loyal viewers every night. At the height of his career, he was earning an extraordinary $18.5 million a year. But in 2017, A series of sexual misconduct allegations ended his long reign at Fox News. The scandal shocked viewers and marked one of the most dramatic falls in broadcast history. Though he now hosts his own podcast, No Spin News, and still earns comfortably, the trust he once commanded has never fully returned. Matt Lauer's fall was even more heartbreaking for many viewers. For years, he was the friendly, familiar face of The Today Show, known for his charm and professionalism. He earned $25 million a year, making him one of the highest-paid men on television. But when serious allegations surfaced in 2017, everything changed overnight. NBC cut ties with him, and his long, successful career ended abruptly. His name became a symbol of the hashtag METOO movement's impact on the media world, showing how power and privilege can vanish in an instant. Megyn Kelly's story took a different turn. After her highly publicized exit from NBC, she refused to fade into the background. Instead, she reinvented herself through digital platforms, launching her own shows, podcasts, and YouTube channel. Free from network restrictions, she found her voice again and built a direct connection with her audience. Her success proved that independence could sometimes be more powerful than mainstream fame. Chris Cuomo faced his own storm when CNN suspended him over ethical concerns related to his brother, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. His $6 million salary and high-profile show ended suddenly, but he, too, started anew. His move to News Nation marked a quieter but determined return, showing that redemption in journalism is still possible with persistence. In an industry shaken by scandal and shifting loyalties, one woman managed to stand tall through it all. As others fell, she held her ground at CNN, her credibility untouched and her audience stronger than ever. The Queen of Primetime. From the beginning, Erin faced the challenge of stepping into a field dominated by strong personalities and even stronger opinions. As a young woman working first in finance and later in media, she often had to fight for her voice to be heard and her ideas to be respected. Her journey began at Goldman Sachs, where the pace was brutal and the expectations high. The finance world demanded precision and long hours, leaving little room for mistakes. Erin thrived under pressure, but often found herself questioning whether this was the path she truly wanted. Moving into media brought its own set of struggles. When she joined Bloomberg Television, she had to start from the bottom again, learning the ropes of live broadcasting and facing the anxiety of speaking to a global audience. Mistakes were costly, and criticism came quickly. But Erin learned from each one. At CNBC, she proved her worth by mastering financial reporting, but success came at a price. The competition was relentless, and the demand for ratings often pushed her to the edge of exhaustion. She faced skepticism from those who doubted that a young woman could hold her ground in discussions dominated by male analysts and economists. Even after joining CNN, the pressure did not ease. Hosting her own show, Out Front, meant carrying full responsibility for every word, every fact, and every guest. Balancing work with her role as a wife and mother added to the emotional strain. Yet Erin never allowed challenges to shake her focus. Every setback became motivation to push harder, and every criticism only sharpened her resolve to succeed with integrity. Today, Erin earns around $6 million a year and holds a net worth of $16 million. But her real success lies in something that cannot be measured by money. She represents what journalism was meant to be: truthful, thoughtful, and trustworthy. While many anchors chase fame, Erin has built something far more lasting: respect. As the digital age transforms how the world consumes news, one question remains. Can anchors like Erin Burnett continue to lead in an era where influencers, podcasters, and online personalities are becoming the new voices of authority, the future of the newsroom. The world of news is changing faster than ever before. The days when fame and credibility could only be earned from behind a television anchor desk are fading. A new era has arrived, powered by social media, streaming platforms, and independent creators who speak directly to their audiences. Journalists now share the stage with chefs, comedians, and digital influencers who can reach millions with a single post. In this new media landscape, success is no longer measured by television ratings, but by clicks, followers, and views. Guy Fieri is one of the brightest examples of this transformation. Once a small-town restaurant owner, he turned his love for cooking into a Food Network empire worth $8 million a year. His high energy, signature look, and relatable humor made him the mayor of Flavortown, and his fame now stretches far beyond the kitchen. His story proves that personality can be just as powerful as a news headline. Ree Drummond's rise is another reflection of how the internet reshapes success. What began as a simple blog about ranch life turned into The Pioneer Woman, one of Food Network's biggest shows. Today, she earns between $8 and $25 million annually. Her journey from homemaker to media mogul shows that passion, when shared authentically, can build an empire. Then there is Andrew Zimmern, a man who once lived on the streets before transforming his life through food and storytelling. As the host of Bizarre Foods, he earns $35,000 per episode, proving that reinvention never ends. Digital creators, podcasters, and YouTube journalists are now challenging traditional media giants. They are redefining what it means to inform, entertain, and inspire. Figures like Erin Burnett still stand as symbols of credibility, but the competition grows stronger every day. As television screens dim and digital voices rise, one question remains. Will established icons like Erin Burnett continue to define the truth, or is the next voice of primetime already streaming online? What do you think about the rise of digital creators and the future of traditional news anchors like Erin Burnett? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.